I'm good, thank you. How are you?
That's great. I'm fine, thank you. I'm just going to put my camera on. Can you do the same? And I'll share the screen with you.
Yes.
So now I'm going to go here. So, yeah, that's it. Okay. So just give me a minute. That's great. So I've got 26 for the reading and 26 here. Right, okay. So I will share this screen. Can you see that, Save?
It is loading.
Okay. Can you put your camera on? That's better. Okay, I can see.
Yes, is it on?
That's great. Yeah, I can see you. Okay, Sage. So I'm going to do some reading with you. I'm going to do some reading with you, and then we're going to do some grammar and other things as we have time. So we'll see. So the first thing I want to show you is Ielts Reading 26 here. It's called On the Move. Last night you did something similar, I believe. Did you? Yesterday, did you do the Australian colonies with me?
No, miss, we were doing the EMSAT.
That was yeah. Sorry. Oh yes, you're doing.
We were revising the EMSAT.
Yes, you're doing EMSAT. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. I'll open the EMSAT site. Just a minute. Sorry, I'm very busy. So many students. Just a second, and I'll be with you with that then.
No problem, miss.
Oh, we want that one. That's it. Yeah. Okay. So we're there now. That's better. Okay. Yes, you were talking about the score with me last time, weren't you? We were looking at your.
Yes.
Yeah. And you did IELTS and you got 7, yes?
Yes.
That's why I thought it was IELTS. Yeah, there had to be a logical explanation. Okay, then. So let's see what we can do today. Right, I think we've looked at writing tips. Let's go on to look at see if we've covered all the writing tips. Does this document look familiar? Was this what we were doing last time?
Yes, we were doing. We talked about this.
Okay. So, okay then. So we don't want that one, and so I'll close that one. So we've addressed the writing tips. Okay, achieve English public test specifications. Let's look at the grammar study guide. We haven't been there yet. Okay, here we are. If the dog's outside, they are barking a lot today. If they get noisy, tell me and I'll close my window if you can't hear me.
Okay.
Have you got your notebook saved?
Yes.
That's great. Okay, so let's have a look here. So it tells us the following table is a list of 16 grammar categories and subcategories that G12 students need to know to be ready for EMSAT. So the column on the right gives the page numbers in this booklet that review each objective. Okay, so we've got agreement here. So I want you to look at these. I think it would be a good idea if you made some sort of mind map as we go through them. What do you think?
I agree, miss.
Yeah, okay then. So, for example, we've got the categories are the verb, for example, and he is and they are, etc. So we know that rule there. And we're going to, with the sample items, obviously we're going to take one of the words and fill in the gaps here. Okay, so let's just go through it and you can make any notes as you go. So what do you think? My cousin something playing football.
Enjoys playing football.
I would think it would be enjoys. Yeah, my cousin enjoys playing football. We'd have to say my cousin is enjoying. We can't just say enjoying. Okay. And articles and determiners, and of course they're the, and, this and that, etc. And we need to use something books, not the ones over there. Remember, it's plural.
We need to use these books.
Good, good. Okay. And we've got quantifiers, which of course measure and determine the amounts. Okay, and we use these. We know that already. So can I have a something minute to speak with you? And again, it's plural.
Can I have a few minutes to speak with you?
A few minutes, yeah. So that's quite simple and straightforward. Let's see what else we've got. Right, okay. Intensifiers, which gives you a degree of how urgent or not so urgent it might be. These sample items, I usually have a lot of energy, but I am something tired right now.
I am really tired right now.
I am really tired, yeah. And it is something common for Emirati students to study at university.
It is fairly common for Emirati students to study at the university.
Well done, safe. Okay, let's move on to some pronouns. So we're going to use possessive ones, for example, or reflexive, or indefinite, or existential. Okay, so Ali and his brother are driving to Al Ain, that's yes, Al Ain tomorrow. So you can ride with something if you like. Take your time.
You can ride with them if you like.
Great. Okay, let's move on to pronouns practice. So relative pronouns, examples here. Okay. And did you ever read about the woman something has 30 children?
Whom has 30 children?
It would be A, wouldn't it? Who has? Yeah.
Oh,
we don't generally say whom has. We might say with whom. Okay, I don't know if we've got any examples here. Who? No, not exactly in sentences. Never mind. Let's see what else we've got. Prepositions. So all of those. And I think I'm telling students, I don't know if I've told you, but if you look at the word preposition, what word do you see inside?
the position.
Position. So we know that, yeah, lots of English words are like that. If we break them down, we see another word within that word. For example, like personified, we can see the word person inside personified, so we know it's something to do with a person. Yeah, and with this it's positions, isn't it? So it would be might be in, under, on. Okay, we've got rise, in, problem with. Okay, so there is no food in the house. I need to go something, the supermarket.
To the supermarket.
That's easy, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
8 verb forms, 1 tense, aspect, voice, present. Oh, we've got the grammar aspects here. Okay, which I think we know. Susan is something, the bus to work.
Susan is taking the bus to work.
It would be because it's present continuous, isn't it? Verb to be and ing. And this one, I something on my homework when she called.
I was working on my homework when she called.
Yes, past simple, isn't it? That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. So far, so good. There's nothing too difficult here. Let's look at the verb forms of the infinitive and the gerunds here. So I think we went through those briefly. Yeah, we have looked at them before. Okay. So Fatma loves something books on the weekend.
Fatma loves to read books on the weekend.
That's great. Again, it's the present simple, isn't it? So let's look at the 10. We've got questions, auxiliary, helping verbs, and something. Are you going to the ball game?
Who are you going to the ball game? Oh no.
No.
You can say when are you going to the ball
Yeah,
game?
when are you going? It's a question, isn't it? Yeah. And we've got modal verbs here, so you can see a collection of examples: may, might, and could, for example, and will. Okay. I didn't speak English 2 years ago, but now I something speak very well.
Now I could speak English very well.
No, that's a common mistake. It's not I could speak, because if you think about it, if you say I could speak English well yesterday, but I can't speak it today, it's not logic, because if you could, in this particular context, you're saying it as if you did it in the past. So try again.
So now I can speak very well.
That's better. I can speak very well, because I didn't speak it 2 years ago, but now I can. Yeah, okay. That's logic. And let's see if there's any more here. Right, so we've got some conditionals. Okay, they've got lovely examples here. If you want to at any time take any pictures with your mobile phone, for example, or make any notes, mind maps, do feel free to do that. You can pause me and ask me to stop when you take a picture. So let's have a look here. If there is a fire, something the stairs.
If there's a fire, take the stairs. No.
I would think so. Oh, we haven't got a take though, have we? No.
No, we have takes, taken, took. Why there are 2 takes? I think they meant take,
You
takes.
know, I don't know if it was you that I was with, but I've often been with people in this EMSAT material, and I've picked out many mistakes. I don't know if it was you or other people, but they do often, quite often there are errors in these EMSAT materials. So I assume that one of these should not have an S and it's a take, because if there's a fire, take the stairs. That's logic, isn't it? That's correct grammar. So we'll leave that thinking there's a mistake there. We've got conjunctions for number 13. So we know, as we know, that's linking words, connectors. So I'm going to the beach, something, I didn't plan to go for a swim.
Going to the beach.
Comma.
But I don't plan to go for a swim.
That's great. Okay. Let's move on. So we've got some subordinating conjunctions, and the examples are here. I will return home, something I possibly can.
I will return home even though I possibly can.
I will return home even though, no.
It won't be a.
Have another think about that one.
So I will return because of no, doesn't make sense. I will return home as soon as I possibly can.
Yeah,
oh yes,
that's correct. Yeah, as soon as I possibly can. So then we've got comparatives and superlatives. I don't think I've done those with you yet, but they're quite easy. So my friend, we've got examples here. My friend Ahmed is the something boy in our class.
My friend Ahmed is the quickest boy in our class.
Well done. Yes, good. Okay. And then we've got word order. So are these, I think, probably scrambled? Which sentence is correct? English. My mother brought a book at the store. A book my mother brought at the store. At the store, brought my mother a book. Bought at the store, my mother a book. Okay. Oh, it's bought, isn't it? Not brought. Sorry.
Yes, my mother bought a book at the store.
Yes, exactly. Okay. So now we're going to look at the objective subject-verb agreement. So it's just basically sentences in the right order, isn't it, here? How about if you do some reading as well? I think it's good if you read in English. So would you like to start us off with the
Yes.
explanation?
EMSAT Grammar Study Guide 2017-2018, Objective 1, Subject-Verb Agreement. Subject and verb must agree with one another in number, singular or plural. Thus, if a subject is singular, its verb must also be singular. If a subject is plural, its verb must also be plural. In present tense, nouns and verbs form plurals in opposite ways. Noun add an s to its singular form of the noun. Verbs remove an s from the singular form of the verb. And then the dog chases the cat. So singular. And then the dogs chase the cat, plural.
Okay, so now, yeah, that's obvious, isn't it? So we know we've got one dog here and more than one here. So I don't think we need to go through any further. And let's just have a look, see if there's anything else we haven't covered or touched on. No, more or less, we could do the sentences, though. That might be good practice. Let's have a go at that. So choose the answer that correctly completes each sentence. And that's simple enough. We've got multiple choice. So would you like to go through these? I think this is good practice. Start with number one. My cousin.
My cousin enjoys playing football.
Good.
My new teacher has blonde hair and blue eyes.
Great. Let's move on. Okay.
My uncle usually gets up at 6 o'clock.
Well done.
Mariam's best friend often borrows her Walkman. Our boss sometimes goes on holiday. Their mother
Take your time.
Oh, their mother is a manager in a private company.
Well done.
Their brother often washes the car on Sunday.
Well done. Number 8.
Number 8. A lot of errors in students' essay.
So sorry, which one are you choosing for that?
There are a lot of errors in students' essay.
There are a lot of errors. Why would we choose are and not is?
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but there's a little grammar.
That's how I think.
Do you remember the little?
So I don't remember like why, but I just think in my head if it makes sense, I would choose
Yeah,
that one.
I understand. So you're doing it instinctively, but I'll just give you the little rule. So for one, we say that how many errors? Is there more than one error here?
No, there are multiple.
There's an S, isn't there, on the end of errors? Yes.
Yes.
That means there's many errors. If there's more than one, we would use are. If it said only one error, if there was no S and it said error, then we would put is. Okay, so that's just a little rule for is and are. Okay, let's move on. Number 9. Okay, number 9, some horses.
Some horses win many races.
Okay, number 10.
Number 10, your sister usually goes swimming on the weekend.
Well done. And 11.
11, my sister usually goes to school by taxi.
Well done. And number 12.
My brother usually listens to music while he's studying.
Excellent.
So 8.
13.
13. In some countries, elections take place every 4 years.
Good. And 14.
14, my brother is an accountant. He works in a school.
Good. And 15.
Ali and Sami Ali and Sami go to the beach to surf with their friends.
Good. And 16.
Our best friend is having a wonderful holiday in Paris this week.
That's great. So you have no problems with those. Let's see what else we've got. So let's see what we've got here. There are only 3 articles in English: indefinite and the definite. Yeah, okay. Indefinite articles a and an. A and an are the indefinite articles, and they refer to something not specifically known to the person you're communicating with. So a and an are used before nouns that introduce something or someone you've not mentioned before. For example, I saw an elephant this morning, or I ate a banana for lunch. A and an are also used when talking about your profession. I am an English teacher, I am a builder. So let me move down the page. Yeah, this is just explanations, so I'm going to skip through that. I'm trying to find the practical stuff. Okay. So have we got any more practical stuff? That's what I'm looking for. Just a minute.
No problem.
The verb to be. Okay. Let's see what we've got for the verb to be. And there are the examples. Oh, did I skip through those? Hang on a minute. I'm going too fast. I can't keep up with myself. There we are. Okay. So let's practice these. So it very much looks like we're using the verb to be and some possessive, I think. Okay. So can we do the same with the multiple choice questions here? 1, she returned 3 of my books yesterday and promised to bring something on Friday.
And promise to bring others on Friday? Or
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Others?
I am looking, I'm thinking,
Yeah,
you could say, it would be grammatically correct to say she returned 3 of my books yesterday and promised to bring others on Friday. Or we could be more specific and say the others on Friday.
Yes, I was debating on that and others.
Well, as far as I can see, and as far as I'm concerned, grammatically speaking, both would be correct if you were writing or speaking. So number 2, we'll take 3 cars, you go in one, and we'll take...
We'll take 3 cars, you go. We'll take the other.
Yeah, I was thinking that, and then I thought of, from a mathematical perspective, because if you count, there are 3 cars, and if you go in one, how many cars are left?
Oh, they take 1 and 2 are left, so they'll take the others.
So it'd have to be the others, wouldn't it? Because otherwise it's not mathematically correct. Okay. Number 3,
Yeah.
some people prefer vegetables while something prefer meat.
Some people, while others prefer meat.
Yeah, I think that would be good. Okay, let's move on. Here we are. So number 4, who gave you something books?
Who gave you these books?
Well done. Number 5,
Number 5, would anybody like another piece of cake?
well done. And number 6,
Number 6, my cousins and I always enjoy doing the same things. Their favorite activity is going camping.
yeah, I think that would be good. I mean, you could just as easily say his or her, but
Just because I saw cousins, that's why I said there.
yeah, I think it would have to be there because it's cousins and it's not gender specific, is it? So we don't know. Number 7.
Number 7, I want to phone Mr. And Mrs. Dennis to say thank you. Do you have their phone number?
Great. And 8.
8, something are my books, not yours. These are my books, not yours.
Exactly, because it's plural, isn't it? And number 9.
Number 9, can you give me that pen, please?
Yeah, that would be correct. Okay. And number 10.
You've got to buy a uniform for your new job.
Yeah, exactly. 11.
11, Ahmed usually has lunch with his friends.
Wonderful. Let me just move up a bit. There. And number 12.
Number 12, we need to buy something for our living room. We need to buy some.
I know it's tough, but think logically. How many people do you think you'll have in your living room?
Usually me and maybe my parents and a couple of my brothers, so it'd be a couple of chairs.
Sorry, it wouldn't be C, would it?
No, it wouldn't be one chair. No. But 8 chairs doesn't make sense. We need to buy 8 chairs.
No, it should. Oh, I see. I think this is an error as well. Actually, it should be B. Sorry, I wasn't looking closely. There's an error here on B. It
should be some chairs, right?
Chairs. Yeah, because they've got chairs, A chairs, but that's wrong. It should be a chair and some chairs. So it would be B, wouldn't it? Yeah, some chairs. Okay. And 13.
15. Asma and her cousins sometimes go abroad together. Their favorite country is Holland.
Well done. And 14.
14. I use my new computer to write stories.
Okay, well done. And 15.
15. Princess Rania has become famous for her work with the children.
Good. And 16.
16. Nelson Mandela was born in.
Think very carefully about this.
So what does zero article mean? Nothing?
Well, actually, the article, if you remember, is the. Now, would we say, for example, Nelson Mandela was born in the South Africa or the South Africa? No, we would not.
No, they would usually say Nelson Mandela was born in South Africa.
This is a trick question. Yeah, exactly. So that's why it says zero article. You don't need anything. You can just say Nelson Mandela was born in South Africa. Okay. So apparently, if you get these sort of things in the EMSAT exam, watch for these trick questions. Okay. Number 17.
Soviet Union disappeared after 1918. The Soviet Union disappeared after 1989.
Okay, well done. Let me come to, no, not yet. So let's go down a bit more. Now this is very good practice, isn't it? Yeah. So we're going to use quantifiers now. Let's see if we've got multiple choice questions to practice all of these quantifiers here that we would measure certain degrees with. Okay, so I'm going to go down a bit further. Okay, so this is just explaining. Oh, by the way, before I forget, I will do what I normally do, and I will cut this, the link, and I will send it to you. Where's the chat? Let's see. Sometimes it opens here and other times it doesn't. Okay, let me just find it. Yeah, here it is. So now I'm going to give you the link. Okay, so have you got that link?
Yes, I did.
That's great. If you save it. Check on that before we go down a bit further. Okay, so you've done that, have you? So let's just have a little look at these countable and uncountable nouns, because we're going to use some of the quantifiers. There's a little rule here that we will use only with uncountable or countable nouns. If you want to stop and take a picture, you're most welcome, or you can make notes or a mind map. But what I want to say is this. Do you know what countable and uncountable nouns are?
No.
I'm going to explain. So, for example, can we count sugar?
No.
No, it would take forever, wouldn't it? It would be ridiculous. Yeah, so that would go in uncountable nouns. For example, can I have a little sugar in my tea? Can I have a bit of sugar for my coffee?
They would usually say like a teaspoon of sugar, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So then we can measure it. Yeah. So examples of countable nouns would be 1 apple, 2 oranges, 3 pears, 4 bananas.
Or like something that we can count.
Yeah, yeah. And then the things we can't count, we've got things like sugar, rice, water. Unless it's a bottle of water, then we can count the bottles. So that's the idea.
Yes.
Okay. So let's go down and have a practice with these quantifiers. And there's some examples there you can see. So my slide bar is very slow today. And if I go too fast, I go past everything. So, okay. So is this the beginning? Yeah, so we'll start with some and any, and we've got some examples here. So if you'd like to just, as I scroll down, if you want to take any pictures, do stop me, and you can do that if you're not sure of anything. So we've got both, neither, and either. That can be quite tricky. Okay, so there are some rules there about it regarding singular and plural. Okay, and neither and nor. Okay. We should come to the exercise in a minute. These are all the examples. And I don't want to slide down too fast. I go right past them. And here we are. Okay, so we're going to practice, all right? So off we go with the quantifiers. And there is something milk in the fridge.
Something milk and
Can you count milk?
no.
Can't say 1 milk, 2 milk.
There's no. There is a little milk or a few.
Well done. There is a little milk in the fridge.
Yes.
Yeah. Number 2, could you buy me something stamps, please? Can you count
Could you
stamps?
buy several stamps?
Could you buy me several stamps? I don't know. Let's think logically about this. If I'm going to send 1, 2, 3 letters, how many?
Well, then could you buy me a few stamps?
Yeah, I think it would be more a few stamps because people don't send several letters, do they? They more or less send a few, you know, just a few. Okay.
Yes.
So when you're thinking about grammar, try to bring logic into it as well. So number 3, are there something students in the class?
Are there many students in the class?
Exactly. A teacher might ask that question, especially if it's something like grade 5, 6, or 7. Yeah. Okay, then. Number 4, you shouldn't drink coffee, or you shouldn't drink something coffee, sorry.
You shouldn't drink too much coffee.
That's exactly true. And number 5, the children something warm clothes for this winter.
The children.
Oh, sorry, the children have. Yes, sorry.
Have too much warm clothes for the winter, or enough warm clothes for the winter.
The children have enough. Yeah, I think the children have enough warm clothes for this winter. Yeah, I don't think we could say the children have a little warm clothes or too much. It would be enough. Yeah. Here we are. I'm just coming to the next slot. I've gone too fast. Just a minute. Come back again. Am I there yet? We've done the coffee. Yeah. Did we do milk in the coffee? No, I don't think we've done these. Okay. There we are. Are there something people in the park?
Are there lots of people in the park?
Yeah, we could say, are there lots of people in the park? But we could also use something else that might fit in a better way.
Are there many people in the park?
Are there many people in the park? More official and more grammatically correct. Yeah. Could I have something tea, please?
Could I have some tea, please?
Wonderful. Can I have some salt? Sorry, we don't have.
We don't have some. We don't have any.
We don't have any yet. We can't count it. Number 9, would you like something milk in your coffee?
Would you like some milk in your coffee?
Well done. Number 10, don't pay something attention to what he says.
Don't pay any attention to what he says.
Good. It's not going to be very nice news, I don't think. That would be negative. Number 11, there isn't something cheese left in the fridge. We have to get some.
There isn't any cheese left in
That's
the
great.
fridge.
That's great. Okay, let me just move up a bit. Okay. Can I have something more of that tomato soup? I'm really hungry.
Can I have some more of that tomato soup?
They're quite easy, aren't they, really? So, do you
Yes.
have any fresh bread? No, I'm sorry, we don't have left.
You don't have any left?
Good. I'm going to let you take over and do the reading of them now as well. I think that's good practice for you.
There is a time to go to the airport. There is little time to go to the airport.
Yeah, there is little time to get to the airport. There normally is. Yeah. And 15?
We had a little money left, so we went out for a meal.
Good. 16?
Would you like would you like any orange juice? No.
Well done. Number 17. Yes, it's any. Yes.
Number 17. He doesn't have many close friends, and he often feels lonely.
And 18?
He eats too much junk food. No. He eats he eats too little junk food.
No, junk food is a bad. Junk food is a negative thing, isn't it? It's bad. And
yeah, so it was.
You were
he
right.
wants to say this. So it's too.
Yeah, you were right the first
too.
time. He eats too much. Yeah, they actually did a survey. They did a survey on the brain, and generally, as a general rule, your first thought, your first answer is normally the correct one, and in this case, it was true. So it was true.
But how is it if he eats too much junk food to stay healthy?
Because junk food is unhealthy. Junk food is not healthy.
Yes, but he says he eats it to stay healthy.
Yeah, but if he eats, if he eats too much junk food, it means he will not stay healthy.
Yes, and the sentence doesn't make any sense to me. It says if he eats too much junk food, he eats too much junk food to stay healthy. How would he stay healthy if he eats too much junk food?
Well, because by eating too much junk food, he cannot manage to stay healthy. Does that make sense?
No.
So if I was to put that in there, if I was to say he eats too much junk food to manage to stay healthy, then that would be more clear, wouldn't it, I think?
Yes.
But it's just a short version of how we say it. Never mind. Let's move on. You're doing very well. So where are we now? Oh yes,
she doesn't have enough money for her taxi fare home.
Yeah, and 20.
We don't have much snow here.
Good. There is a difficulty between much and many sometimes, but you're doing great. Okay. And 21.
21. There are too many cars on the road. Of Dubai.
To Dubai. Okay. Is that true, do you think?
Yes.
22.
Eating is just as bad. eating too few is just as bad as eating too much, or eating too little is.
Yeah, let me think about that. I'm trying to envisage what they're talking about in terms of eating. Eating what, I wonder? Eating, let's say, eating too much fruit is just eating too many. You can't say eating too many is just as bad as eating too. Well, you could do. But we've
Yes, I
got
think
much
they mean if you don't eat that much, it's the same as eating like a bit.
less. Yeah. So I
Yes,
think it would be little, yeah, or few. So eating
yes.
too little. It depends what it is, really. I mean, if it's bananas, then eating too few bananas, or if it's apples, eating too few apples, or if it's chocolate, yeah, it's a question of countable and uncountable again. If it's chocolate, we can't count that, so we'd have to say eating too little is just as bad as eating too much. So in fact, you could choose either C or D, depending on whether you're thinking of a countable or uncountable food. Yeah. So let's move on, and they'd have to mark it right because there's no specific label of food there. Right. 23. Say.
Sorry. I asked two people the way to the station, but uh, neither of them could help me.
Good. Okay. And 24.
24, we couldn't buy anything because of the shops were because none of the shops were open.
Well done. Okay. Now let's see what we've got next. Okay, we've got fairly, quite, rather, so, too, very, extremely, a bit, and a little. Okay. So once again, we're going to go through the examples. And you might want to stop and take pictures. There wasn't much of an example there. So in these examples, very modifies the adjective happy. For example, very happy, quite modifies good, quite good. So there's little rules here. Rather well, for example. Okay, so you've got the helper here. You've got the what word am I looking for? The auxiliary, yeah. Okay. So intensifiers, we're going to practice these. I usually have lots of energy, but I'm
But I am really tired now.
good.
I am really tired now.
I'm really tired.
It it is it is fairly common for Emirati students to study at university. I love your shirt. Yes, I'm even pleased with myself.
Try. Oh no, they've got. Oh yes, rather.
Oh
Try
yes, I'm rather pleased with it myself.
that. And this one.
Her voice is beautiful. Do you think I should? Do you think so? I think she sounds awful.
So which one do you think it is?
Her voice is very beautiful. Do you think
Yes,
so? I think she sounds awful.
that's correct. Okay. Just trying to get up a bit more. So now we're going to go for the possessive pronouns. I see this, it makes me think in Arabic now because when I'm teaching myself Arabic grammar, but it's probably not the same as your grammar in the United Arab Emirates. But for example, if it's mine, I would say Bitati Anna, yeah. But maybe you say something different with you, because I know Arabic can be different from one country to another.
Yes, it's like it's the same with accents. You know, you have Irish accents, English accents, Scottish,
Yes.
and so on. Arabic is the same thing, but with way more accents.
Yeah, I discovered that living in different Arabic countries. I was quite shocked and confused by all the different dialects and the different vocab. Yeah. Okay. So
But Miss, when we come
one,
to study Arabic, we study just like how Arabic first started. We study that, like the proper Arabic.
the classic Arabic,
Yes.
like Kifa Halik instead of Isaic. Yes. Yeah, I
Yes.
understand. Yeah. It's all very fascinating to me. Okay. Plus, it's the language of Quran, which is absolutely
Yes.
beautiful. Oh, by the way, Ramadan Kareem safe. I forgot to say that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, let's move on now. We're going to practice here. Open the door. It's
Open the door. It's
knocking on the door. Knocking on the door.
open the door. It's me.
Yeah, yeah. Would you like to read them?
Yes. Aisha, Nora, and Hind were angry because they had to. No, they had waited ages for the bus.
That's good. And number 3.
This is that your book on your desk? Yes, it is mine.
Well done.
Asma and her cousins sometimes go abroad together. Their favorite country is Holland.
Good.
My brother is an accountant. He works in a school. The people living next door are friendly. I like them a lot.
Well done. Let's scroll down a bit further.
So a lot of the questions are just like reoccurring again and again.
Sorry, can you say that again? Say.
A lot of the questions like occur are the same. Most of the questions are the same.
Yeah, a lot of them are similar. Yeah, yeah. But I don't know if I was to show you. I've got other EMSAT material that students have left with me, and there's a lot of this repeating and similarity and errors and mistakes, as I say. But I usually spot them as we go. So Walid's car.
Walid's car is red. Mine is blue.
Okay.
Hamad watched his children carefully as they crossed the street.
Well done.
This is not your book. This is not your book. Your is older. Yours is older.
Yours is older. Yeah. Number 10.
Another of the boys offered. All the boys offered to help the lady.
Yeah, I think that would be. And let's have a think about that though. So all of the boys offered their help to the lady. Yeah, it would have to be all because it's there, isn't it? So yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And 11.
Hold the bag, please, while I put the shopping in. Oh, hold the bag, please, while I put the shopping in it.
Yeah, that would be logic, wouldn't it? Yeah. And number 12.
We are going soon. We are going soon. So can you come with us?
Well done. And 13.
Thank you for helping me. I'm very grateful.
Okay.
Uh, I wonder why Salim rushed off. Did you get upset?
I'm just going to go up a bit. Just a minute. Let's move along. That's better. Yeah. Okay.
Did you upset him?
Okay. And 15.
I hope those flowers are for me.
Okay. Sorry, so say that one
David,
again.
I hope those
Ah,
flowers are for me.
of course, yeah. And 16.
David stopped the car when he realized uh, it was making a strange noise.
Okay. And 17.
At that shop, you can't buy something for less than 80 dirhams.
Well done. And 18.
Ali, I mean, would like to invite you to his wedding.
And 19.
I didn't see anybody at the gym. The place was empty.
20.
Please tell the salesman at the door we don't want to buy anything.
Good. And 21.
Mr. Smith is here. Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith is here to see you.
Imagine you're notifying Mr. Smith yourself. You're telling him. Where's he gone? Oh, here, there he's up there. Yeah. Okay. So you're telling Mr. Smith. You're informing.
Oh, Mr. Smith, someone is here to see you.
Yes. 22.
Sorry, checking in that bag. Check in that bag. I bought you something.
Right. And 23.
My brother is uh, is the one. My brother is the one wearing the red shirt.
Good, good. Now I think we're moving on to something else now. We've got relative clauses. So let's have a look at those. Defining relative clauses. So here are your example sentences. Okay. And I'm just looking for the practical bit now. Here we go. So, oh yes, Neil Armstrong, very famous. So let's start with Neil Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong was the man who was the first on the moon.
Who was the first human on the moon? That's correct. And number 2.
The man whose father was sent to prison lives in my town.
The man whose father, right, that's correct. Number 3.
The story was written. The story which was written by Najib will probably win an award.
Good, good. And number 4.
The pilot who is flying the plane is very clever.
Excellent. And number 5.
Ali is the student who can answer these questions.
Good, well done. I think I've gone too far, just a minute. So we haven't done these, have we? No. So this is the house. Say, are you with me?
Yes, yes. This is the house in which I live.
Well done. And number 7.
I saw a sick old man who could not walk.
Good. Number 8.
This is the bus which I came on.
Good. And number 9.
The pupil who is clever succeeds every year.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about that. Let me think about that sentence. The pupil who is clever succeeds every year. It would be nice to say the pupil who is most clever, or the cleverest. That would be nice. Okay. And number 10.
Fatma. Fatma, whose mother makes lovely cakes, has invited us to tea.
Good. And number 11.
The computer I bought last week. The computer which I bought last week is already broken.
That's great. And number 12.
This is the house which my grandfather was born.
Very good. You're very good at these. Okay. I'll just move up a bit. And here we have 13.
The man who bought our house just won 2 million dirhams.
Okay. I think to me you're sounding quite tired, so I'm going to leave this document now. I have given you the link, yes?
Yes.
That's great. Let me just check here. Okay. So I think we'll leave it for today then. Okay, Safe. And
Okay.
I think we start fasting from tomorrow, do we?
Yes, it is from
Yeah, I'm
tomorrow,
just
inshallah.
checking. Okay then, inshallah. So have a great day and I'll see you
Thank you.
soon. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, Miss.